someone that hasn't heard of the Lekker Network before and has seen it now on LinkedIn or something like that, can you give like a 1-minute pitch to them about what it's about and why they should care and also why they should join?
It's a good question, and it depends on who you ask, right? So my thing here is, if you're in South Africa, you're running a business and you want to become more international, join, because you're going to be able to engage and speak to other international staffers that have gone and done this. They've paved the way. They're now there, right? They've learned a lot of lessons. They've made a lot of failures. It's time now to learn from our South Africans that have gone offshore. Not to say you have to move, right? I love living in South Africa. It's going to be very hard for me to move, but I love doing business with international companies because why not? You get paid in dollar and pound, right? And if you want to achieve more Forex, come and join the network to learn and do business with the other South Africans that are out there. And for international staffers, join because you're going to be part of a community. You're going to be able to do more business with international South Africans all over the world. This is a worldwide community. This is not just South Africa. But at the end of the day, we have a South African hat on and we're trying to support South Africa as a whole and trying to grow South Africa. Because if South Africa does well, we all do well around the world. And that South African international community are sitting there having done great things. And if you want to contribute, if you want to help, come and join. Come and join the network. Come and help us build, rebuild. Let's get South Africa to a point that maybe one day you can come back safely and soundly and come home, because I know a lot of people miss home. I most certainly would if I've moved away, definitely.
I think that's a great pitch. And if anyone wants to respond positively on that, I know the founding memberships are maybe closed or you're closing that up soon. What are the next steps for them? If some guy wants to dive in and say, hey, man, I want to be part of this right now. What can they do? Fabulous. Where should they go?
So you can visit our website, thelekkerNetwork.co.za. There is a waiting list that we have. So when we launch, it'll be in March. We're not going to open up the doors to everyone. We will have to open up the doors to a certain amount of people per month. So it's going to be a staged approach. So depending on where you're on the waiting list, you'll be invited to join the network at a certain stage. And we'll communicate that with you probably at the beginning of March. So you'll know when you're able to join. The reason why we're doing that is because we don't want to get this too big and then it topples over. And we want to make sure that the quality of members that join are, they resonate with our values, they understand the values, and it's the right people. Network's not for everyone at the end of the day, John. There are going to be people that aren't going to be able to join because there's going to be limitations. Values are going to be different. And that's okay. We're not building this for every Tom, Dick, and Harry and Jane. We're building this for South Africans that genuinely want to contribute and help and grow, right? If you're here and you want to take and pillage, and it's not for you, unfortunately. So it's going to be opened up in stages. There'll be certain tiers that are available to members, and you can decide what tier you want to be on. We're going to try and have a very accessible entry-level tier. That's probably only going to launch in June or so, because there's a whole system that we have to build behind that, because there's a mentorship program. There's a lot of value that we want to add before we open that up. But there is going to be the normal membership and the premium and the corporate membership to come into it. So if you have a little bit of extra advertising spend that you want to use, come into the network. Use it as an advertising marketing spend, because one relationship can change everything. And that relationship could really be in that network.
And I think the worst thing that could happen to you is you're just going to meet more Lekker South Africans. If you don't sell anything, if you don't broaden your expansion globally, the worst thing that can happen is you're going to meet some Lekker South Africans. You're going to have some Lekker conversations. You're going to attend some Lekker events. And there's nothing wrong with that as well. Just having a Lekker time with people and adding value.
And not every relationship has to return in value or money or certain things. And this is what also a lot of people don't understand. That the transactional mindset is limiting. So if you do come into this and you have a transactional mindset of, I'm going to connect with X and do this, and then I'm going to get X, it's not going to produce what you want. So it's abundance. Come with an open mind. Come and meet people. Come have fun. Come have fun and meet awesome individuals that have done amazing things and learn from them, because there could be one thing in there that you're struggling with that could open up the next business for you, or there could be an idea that you execute. Your next partner could be here. There's a lot of things that can happen.